Hello. Welcome to Web of Stories. My name is Melinda and it is Mid-Month Book Bash. So Mid-Month Book Bash, if you don't know what that is, you're like, no, jazz hands there. This was started by Doris at Aldi Books, and it's just, the second weekend of each month, we just kind of take some time and try to really tackle our reading and see if we can get a little ahead on some things. And I think this is a great idea. So I do a vlog during this weekend. I'm filming this on the 13th of September. You will see it the 19th of September, I think. Is that? I don't know. What day is that? Yeah, 19th of September is when the video will drop. But this goes Friday through Monday. So it's a 4-day weekend, even though it's not really a 4-day weekend. 4-day weekend. And we're just going to focus on reading and some other things. Now, let me tell you what's going on this weekend. Not much, except Sunday is my wedding anniversary. It's number 17. So yeah, I don't know if we're going to do anything special about it because we have kids. Yeah. I don't know. I would like to not cook that night. I think maybe we'll get them a pizza and we'll go somewhere not even that fancy to go eat. I don't know. We're also doing the fellowship hour at our church that day. So we have a lot of stuff going on anyway for that day, but whatever. That's what's happening this weekend. Oh, I also have my book club. Oh, I totally forgot about that. My Marginalized Authors Book Club on Saturday evening, but it's not the month that we have a book. So we're just going to kind of get together and talk about what we're reading and things like that. So that's happening too. And there you go. So that's what's going on kind of outside of reading, kind of. But I do have 2 books. I'm reading a lot of books. So I will be reading a lot of different things, but I have 2 that are sort of priority for me this weekend. The first is The September House. So I have been reading this one for a long time, not because it's super long, not because it's hard, but because I have 2 dang many books going. And I need to finish this because it's a library book and it's going to go poof if I don't. So that is a priority for me to finish. I think according to my Kobo, I have 2 hours of reading time left. So the second book, which is a priority, is not necessarily a priority to finish. I just want to make some really good progress on, which I should. It's not a hard book. And that is NRM by Agatha Christie. As you know, I read an Agatha Christie every month. This is my Agatha Christie for this month. And this is a Tommy and Tuppence book, which made me a little apprehensive because a little Tommy and Tuppence goes a really long ways with me. Tommy and Tuppence have appeared in 2 previous books by Agatha Christie. The first one was The Secret Adversary, which I believe was the second book she published, and it came out in the 1920s. And this is where we meet Tommy and Tuppence, and they are basically the age of Agatha Christie. They're in their 20s. It's just after World War I, and they're all lady, and they're going to start a detective agency because why the hell not? It's really snappy dialogue. It's kind of corny. It's a thriller, not a mystery. So that was fine. I was a little tired by the end of it because there was a lot of go. And then I read the second, which is Partners in Crime, which is a short story collection. There was my mistake. And it's not that they aren't good short stories. It's that I needed to spread them out a lot more than I did. And I read this back when I was spreading my short stories out. So a little Tommy and Tuppence goes a long way. Those stories after a while became very samey to me. And I just got kind of a little bit bored with them. So I was like, oh great, Tommy and Tuppence, yay. But this is a novel and it is set during World War II. It's set in 1940. It was also written during World War II. So during World War II, Agatha Christie went to London to work. She was working in a hospital. Her home had been requisitioned by the army. Her husband had joined the army, had a position in the army. So she was working in London, and to keep herself sane, she would write at night. This was an incredibly productive period for her books. This is, as far as I know, the only book that she wrote that is directly about World War II, though. And it's written as of, this was published in 1940. So really early times, which is very interesting for that. There's another reason why this is really interesting, though, that I kind of love this story. In this book, there is a character named Major Bletchley. And so when this book was published, Agatha Christie found herself in a little bit of hot water because of this character. Not for anything other than his name, Mr. Bletchley. So if you know anything about England in World War II, you may have heard of Bletchley Park. So Bletchley Park was this sort of secret operation where they were decoding the German messages, decoders, it's the whole Alan Turing thing, but it was high security stuff. So all of a sudden, here comes Agatha Christie, who's super popular with this book that's selling a lot. And she's got a character named Major Bletchley. And the first thing is, are you trying to tell the Germans something? So she found it was just coincidence, but she got herself in a little trouble with this book. So yeah, I am currently on page 79. This book has 236 pages, so it is a shorty. Not actually planning, I mean, if I finish it this weekend, that's fine. Not actually planning to, but I do want to get some progress on it. I have a lot of stuff I have to read this month, so there you go. So yeah, that's my little intro. I will check in periodically, let you know how things go. I don't know, maybe we'll do something interesting I can show you. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this vlog goes. Anyway, off we go to mid-month book bash. So it's Friday night. I'm here with this guy who's hiding. Anyway, I just finished September House. Sorry, messed my phone up. I liked it. It's a little, I probably didn't like it as much as I thought I would, because I've heard really good things about this book. And but it was still enjoyable. The author is a psychologist, and that really shows in this book. And she does a really good job with that. So yeah, it was a good, it's probably not a book that's going to stick with me, but it was an enjoyable read. So what am I reading next? I'm still working on NRM. I have some other things, but I think I'm going to pick up, because I have it in my brain, I need to read it, Darkfire by C.J. Sansom. That my hold for that came in, so I think that's going to be my next sort of library ebook. All of my library holds came in at once, which is a problem, but that's the way that is. You want to say hi?
Hi.
It's been a long time since Chris is on the channel, so I thought I'd let him say hi. I know the light's kind of weird in here, but that's what you get when you film at night. I'm up in my bedroom. Ignore that back there. Yeah, it's Sunday night. So I didn't film anything yesterday because I was busy running errands all day and I didn't get much reading done. And then today was my wedding anniversary. So my husband and I went out for dinner, but my criteria for where to go to dinner was it not be my house. So we left the kids at home and we went out for dinner. It was very nice. And then we went for a drive and you just saw some of that footage. I wanted to explain one thing. There's like one little clip where you I kind of zoom back and try so you can see a sign. And I don't know if you can see what that sign is, but that's Roll Off Farms. If you watch Little People Big World, which I don't because that's a terrible show, but if you watch Little People Big World, that's their farm. They are 5 miles up the road from us, like up the same road. You go to the end of our street and turn left and you go 5 miles and you're at their place. So I tried to get a picture of that, but light was weird and we were going too fast. And I don't know if you saw that or not. Anyway, as for reading, I am chipping away at all the stuff I have to read. It's the best I can say right now. I have been listening quite a bit to an audiobook called A Well-Trained Wife or The Well-Trained Wife by Tia Lovings. And it's about a woman who escaped like hardcore Christian patriarchy. Oh, my cat's coming in to say hi. The door just opened on its own and here comes the kitty. It took me a little while to get into it because of her voice, the timbre of her voice. I'm a 1.2 girl on audio usually, but I was talking with my book club. Hi, Alice. I was talking to my book club and they're like, well, try speeding it up just a little bit more. So I did put it up a click to 1.3 and that actually is making it better for me, but it's pretty fascinating. And I actually think I might go down and just listen to more of that instead of doing any eye reading because, whatever. But yeah, this is not the most exciting mid-month book bash, but hey, that's what you get. So we'll see if I get anything interesting to show you tomorrow, but I will come back for at least a couple more updates. Did you want to say hi to everybody? Now that the camera's on you, you're going to be quiet? Huh? Hey, I'm back in boring corner to finish off this vlog. I meant to finish off last night, but I didn't. I just, you know how things are. Anyway, it's Tuesday, the 17th of September. Mid-month book bash went fairly well. So as I said, my two priorities, one was The Pearl, which I did finish, and then I made good progress with NRM. I also finished A Well-Trained Wife by T.L. Levings. And I'm going to talk more about that in my wrap up, because I kind of feel like if I do it now, I'm going to be kind of repeating myself. So tune in for that. But I enjoyed it. It was very powerful. It wasn't perfect for reasons that I will get into, but it's still one I'd recommend, maybe. Big trigger warnings for domestic abuse and religious abuse, though, obviously, which you probably could have gotten from that. But I have more thoughts on that I will share in my weekend wrap up. And my plan was to, after that, go into a book called, I think, The Librarian. It's one that I got from Libro this past month, along with A Well-Trained Wife. And it's a memoir of a librarian, but also like how she deals with book bans. I thought, oh, that sounds very timely and interesting. And I still plan to get to it, but as I finished A Well-Trained Wife, my hold for, can't remember the exact title, but it is Kamala Harris's memoir that she put out a few years, like in 2019, came in. So I actually am going to be doing that next on audio. And so, yeah, that's pretty much where we are. I still feel really stressed about this reading month. I think I bit off too much. And I said last month I wasn't going to do that. So I will tell you, right after I finish filming this, I'm going to film my October TBR pop. So hopefully that will be, I mean, I already have a stack right there. But most of them are pile of possibilities. Most of them aren't TBR. We'll see. Anyway, I wish I had like more exciting stuff. Like, yay! I need to get better about just vlogging my everyday life. I'm working on it. So maybe next month it'll be a little bit more. Well, next month will be in October, so all the colors will be out, hopefully, and it won't be all rainy, hopefully. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, this is I'm assuming this is going to be a shorter one this month. So there you go. I'll leave it there, and like, subscribe, join my Discord. If you did mid-month book bash, tell me how it went, and drop a link to your video so I can go watch it. Anyway, talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.